Yo, 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 yo. What is up, people? What is up, people? What is up, people? We are live. Let me send this out. I might be having some audio issues. You guys let me know if you're hearing some jankiness with my mic. I did notice that they tried to switch my mic over to the PlayStation mic. I thought I fixed it. Let me see something here. All right, let us know as you come in what you're seeing. It's always got to be something. Cerny.
Maybe your voice meter is fucked up.
Meter looks good. The only thing I noticed is that they tried to default it to PlayStation. Oh, but that's a Microsoft thing. Microsoft is fucked up. Copy. All right. This and Cerny thumbnail. There we go. We are live. 5 Pro, PS5 Pro, PlayStation. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for rocking out with us, whether you're watching us live, watching the VOD. This is going to be our live reaction to PlayStation 5 technical, whatever you want to call it, the technical showcase, aka the PlayStation 5 Pro showcase. They let the cat out the bag yesterday as they were doing the they call it the streamer for it. Hold on, let me check something here. Let me check Discord. Let us know as you're coming in how I sound.
Brother, just look at the live stream. You're sounding horrible.
See, I can't listen to the live stream at the same time. Okay, let's do this. Hold on. Maybe I can. Sound like you in the bathroom, he says. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me try something else.
Emmanuel, how was Mouse wrong about Concord? He said it's gonna be a fucking failure. how much more right can he be?
The speakers are coming out of the DualSense too. What is fucking going on? Why did the DualSense all of a sudden take over my fucking, like, Microsoft? You gotta don't switch. Hold on. Discord has detected a new audio output. Something's wrong. Okay. Now I can clearly see. Oh, and now
Emmanuel. He
okay,
did
what
not
about
say
now?
that.
What about
now
it's better now.
It.
Okay. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Emmanuel tries to sabotage you by saying
Emmanuel,
you said Concord is fire.
He's you know where he comes from, bro. I'm not even gonna say their name. You know where he comes from. He thinks he's on a mission. He thinks he's on a mission from Greene County. Or I'm gonna come over here and share all the broomstick rhetoric. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here, Emmanuel. We know who sent you.
Probably dead.
Can I ask you a question though, Emmanuel? How come is it that you from Greene County, all y'all from Greene County, all y'all want to talk is Concord? Y'all trying to run Concord to the ground. Y'all don't want to talk about y'all missing out on Wukong. Y'all don't want to talk about those super inflated Xbox prices. You don't want to talk about the Series S being laughed at now as a bottleneck. You don't want to talk about Xbox faithful talking about don't build any more games on the Series S. All y'all want to talk about is Concord. Are y'all that? Oh man, stop it. He said I'm a GeForce Now boy. Now get your ass out of here. What are you playing on? What tier? What tier you playing on? What tier you playing on GeForce Now? Yeah, he's on the free tier. I'm on the free tier, man. I get my 2 hours of gaming a week. Because I support the devs of Concord. Now you don't support no devs. Y'all don't. You're an Xbox guy. Xbox guys don't support devs. Y'all support Xbox. If y'all support the devs, you wouldn't support. Xbox don't even talk to the devs. How are you an Xbox dude and you support the devs? Man, shut your ass up. He said we support the devs. You can't. No Xbox dude say that. Xbox don't even support the devs. They don't even talk to them. Y'all got, man, after the day, I'm going to tell y'all like this, Emmanuel. And this is perfect that you're here, bro. I'm going to tell you like this, man. If you fools don't find something else besides Concord, it's like y'all still talking about Haze. y'all try to live off of Haze from the PlayStation 3 era. If y'all don't get off of Concord, bro, y'all going to be so clown. Y'all got to find some new material, bro. Oh my God. This bro said free tier. Hey, yo. He says, I'm getting the $20 tier today, though. Man, all of a sudden you getting it today. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, something was up with my, I apologize for that, y'all. Something was up with my PC. Because I was, there was probably a manual that was fucking with my PC. I went to go set it up to where only PlayStation games would play here because we're doing a PlayStation showcase. And guess what fucking happened? The PlayStation folder was corrupted all of a sudden. Where I got all my PlayStation. I said, what the fuck? So I had to defrag and do some shit to fix that. But little did I know that would cause my PC to reset all my inputs from my audio. It's crazy. All right, so we're going to try this again. We're going to go to videos about platform. We're going to go to the almighty PlayStation.
Boss, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. The almighty PlayStation. There we go. There we go. Okay. Almighty PlayStation in the house. What's up, everybody? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And consider too, I risked my job today for y'all. If y'all don't know how, I risked my job today for y'all. I had an hour layover, but then I was told to come to this meeting. Instead of coming to the meeting, I pretended like I forgot. And for half that meeting, I actually made a video for members. So I put it up there, and then I logged into the meeting late. Oh, I forgot. And it worked. I'm not doing that shit again. But you guys support us so much. I wanted to make sure that I got something up there for y'all. And I just wasn't sure with me and Cold Blood doing this and then playing Space Marines if I could make members content any other time during the day. So, he said Hayes can still be okay. We're glad Concord can be played. I mean, what are you talking about? We're happy. How is that going to stop the thunderous backhand that's about to happen to y'all today, man? Let me show you something. When this shit airs, y'all gonna be scrambling, bro. Cold Blood, what do you think is going to be their approach now? You know, when this airs.
Oh shit!
He says
Emmanuel just gave a $5 donation.
He said, for real though, what's your thoughts on GeForce Now? Laugh out loud. I was blown away by how good it felt and looked for free. Can't wait for my. No, here's all jokes aside, Emmanuel. I was just sending this message to a content creator this morning. All jokes aside, GeForce Now is your best way to experience Xbox games. Like, your Xbox will no longer be dead in the water. Like, for instance, this person was complaining about Wukong. Now, I don't know, like, you can play Wukong on your Xbox. You know that, right? Through GeForce Now. Now, this person was complaining about them playing on a PlayStation. I have Wukong on PC. I don't have any, I don't have any issues on PC. But Cold Blood got like fucking 6, 7, 8 videos up on this motherfucker. I don't see any issues while he's playing. He even put some in 4K. So a lot of that is over exaggerated. But y'all don't have Wukong natively. When you get GeForce Now, if you buy Wukong and you might get a sale, buy it on PC and you play it through GeForce Now Ultimate. Oh, you're playing. You can't. It caps out at 1440p. It caps out at 1440p, but you're getting 120 frames per second, bro. So
it does. Wait, it does not cap out. What are you talking about?
If you try to play it on your Xbox, it is going to cap out at 1440p.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, huh? Since, and how am I playing that shit at 4K then on GeForce Now?
Yeah, you could play it at 1440p at 120 frames per second. So that's
man, Emmanuel, you missed a good ass deal by where they had it 50% off for a year.
Yeah.
That's how I got that shit. I ain't paying them motherfuckers. And not for a year, it was for half a year, $50. But I ain't paying them no fucking $100 plus for this shit. Like, nah.
Plus my contacts get. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. It's great technology, really. But it's, in my opinion, just to get access to this shit and get nothing else, you still have to buy your games. It's kind of nah. They should have had at least some games that you can play just by having the service.
Yeah, I mean, the best you're gonna get is the free Epic Games. Like, they made a deal with them, but they ain't always the greatest. Nah, I get what you're saying. And that's why it's going to be a problem for mainstream gamers, because they are concerned, reasonably so, after Stadia shut down. I would be leery too. I totally get it. I think right now the best gamers that it's for, or for those that are PC gamers that want to experience these PC games, but their native hardware is too slow or too low, and they don't have the money to upgrade. Or if you're the perfect person is an Xbox gamer. And if you're an Xbox gamer and you got Game Pass, I mean, yeah, it's an extra, like Cold Blood said, you missed that fucking sale. So, it's going to be some change, but at least you're going to get the biggest bang out of your buck out of your Xbox. Because I'm not shit. I would go crazy if I had to. If I was looking forward to Avowed, and that motherfucker does launch at 30 frames per second, oh man. And that's the only way I could play it. Somebody gotta get their ass whooped. Somebody gotta get beat the fuck up. He says, I need those achievements. It's the best place to play. PlayStation 5, Xbox still has Dolby Vision.
You can play your Xbox games on GeForce Now.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I'm talking solely about games that aren't even on Xbox. I mean, yeah, like Cold Blood said, you can play your Xbox games on GeForce Now. You can get, and this is the kicker. Here's the fucking kicker, bro. You don't even need Game Pass Ultimate. All you need is PC Game Pass. And if you want a code for PC Game Pass, frequent CD keys. Well, fuck King you, and I don't fuck with them bitches anymore. But CD keys. Who else is it? There's somebody else. You can get PC Game Pass codes for like $6. You can't stack them. You gotta, let it lapse and then reload a new code. And I wouldn't buy more than 2 at a time because Xbox will expire codes. You know what I'm saying? If they've been sitting, I bought 7 Game Pass codes one time, and after 2 months, the other 5 expired. I was mad as fuck. But
Emmanuel, PC has Dolby Atmos. Mm-hmm. That's a lie.
Yeah, bro.
Just that you Xbox dudes have to pay for it. PlayStation gets that shit for free.
What is Dolby Vision? What is Dolby Vision supposed to do? Anybody know I don't know what Dolby Vision is supposed to do. Bro. I mean, if sound, let's just say if that wasn't there, which Cold Blood just broke it down to you, but let's just say if Dolby Vision, well, hold on.
It's just HDR.
Oh, bruh, your games are looking better on GeForce Now than they are natively on Xbox. I'm sorry. Bro, I'm sorry. And that doesn't mean that you can't put the game in 4K settings. It's just that the web browser is only going to res at 4K, but you can put the game in 4K settings and do sort of like it's not super sample when it's going in reverse. I forgot what it is kind of like a super sample.
Guys, do us a solid and hit that like button, please.
Please hit that like button. Yeah, come on, hit that like button. I know we're talking Xbox. He's sabotaging the stream now. Shout out to Emmanuel. Matter of fact, let me do one more thing.
He got all the right now. I'm sorry. He can. He got special access today.
Let me see here. What was okay? YouTube. No, but yeah, no. All jokes aside, I was just having this conversation, and Emmanuel, hey, look, if you become a member, you'll just hear the video that I made. I talk about Xbox's strategy going into the future. Like, if they can make it past this rough patch, they're not going to compete with PlayStation, but they can find their own lane like Nintendo, to where they could flourish in their own lane like Nintendo. They're just not going to make as much revenue as PlayStation. And that's not me trying to make PlayStation better. It's just there's a way that they can see success and see profit. And right now, I actually talk about this. I talk about GeForce Now being playable on your Xbox. That's your best way right now as an Xbox gamer. I don't know why Doc doesn't do that. Instead of buying the cheap ass fucking PCs, cyber powered PCs for $35 and a pack of Newports. Shout out to Doc, that's my homie. But hey, look, you can take the mule to the riverbank. You can't make him drink the water, man. Yeah.
Juice, the PC dudes have nothing to say to console gamers right now.
Nothing.
I mean, they literally tell you they got a 4090 in their rig. Like, bro, we're not even talking about the same fucking league here in terms of prices and shit. Mm-hmm. Like, if you got a 4090 in your PC, you probably also have a fucking, at least a Ryzen 7800 X3D. At least. Because you're not dumb to bottleneck your 4090 with some dog shit CPU. So, yeah, your fucking PC costs over $2,000. Congratulations.
Hey, and Cold Blood, let me say, I meant to tell you this yesterday. What's his name? Craig Harris, that, was on Porter Rock show. Now I know a lot of people tease Craig or whatever. And I used to do it too when I was an Xbox. Sometimes you'll get some of his facts mixed up, but he had a fucking hell of a stream this weekend. I don't know if you saw it, dude. He was on them PC dudes. He was clowning them more than I ever seen King Thrash clown them, bro. You got to see this shit. And he said, all right, you tell me what you think about this, Cold Blood. He said, all right, you guys are trying to tell us that the PlayStation 5 Pro is going to be a waste at $700. He said, but don't you motherfuckers go pay another $1,500? Didn't you go from like a 4080 to a 4090, pay all that extra money, and all you got was like 5 extra frames and shit? It's like, why are you guys getting on our case when you're paying all this? Now, again, I don't know the difference, the frame delta, as Colt and Dylan would say, between a 4080 and a 4090. But is it true you only get like 5 frames extra or some shit? I mean, I know it depends on the game too. Would you say?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
No, absolutely not. He's completely wrong.
Okay.
The 4080 is not even close in performance with the 4090. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like the 4090, it's like I said, its own fucking league, bro. Like, sure, there's gonna be games where the delta is maybe only 20 FPS. But it's never just 5, trust me.
Okay.
Unless your fucking system is being bottlenecked
through
maybe that
CPU or RAM or something. Okay.
Yeah. Or the game has some limitation in the engine where it can go higher than a certain FPS.
Oh wow. Okay.
Then it can happen that the 4090 has the same FPS as a 4080. But that has nothing to do with the power of the 4090.
Well, then that doesn't apply then.
No, bad example. I'm sorry, but no. Where I agree with him is those dumbasses that bought a 4080 and then all of a sudden decided to get a 4090 as the upgrade. Yeah, they are financially fucking irresponsible. Like seriously bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So if this thing does on average give us a 60 frames per second mode at like a very crisp 1440p versus 900p, 1080p, kind of fuzzy and constantly dropping to 50 or even below, that's a consistent leap for console gaming. You know what I mean? Like, and we only got to make that leap for a couple of extra $100. Rumored, people are rumoring that this is going to be anywhere between $600 to $700. So, yeah, I don't. Yo, the chat is lighting up. Let's see here. But shout out to Emmanuel for that. Yeah, GeForce Now that's your best way, bro. Get that. If you can spring it, and then what you do, bro, is get PC Game Pass. I mean, you can use Game Pass Ultimate, but you're paying too much. Go to CD Keys, start getting a couple of PC Game Pass codes, like 2 at a time, and you'll make up the difference for having to get GeForce Now Ultimate. And then experience your Xbox games better than you ever have. And then you get to play Wukong on your Xbox. You get to play Hell. No. They don't have Helldivers.
Only where I will disagree with you is Call of Duty. Do not play Call of Duty on GeForce Now.
Why you say that?
It's bad. It's seriously bad. Like, brother, it's so inconsistent.
I gotta try.
I don't know what the fuck happened there, but it's so bad, bro. Like every other game, perfect. Like I had no issues whatsoever. But with Call of Duty playing multiplayer, it's almost impossible, bro. You're so much slower than the rest of the people that are playing it on native hardware.
Are you keyboard and mouse, or are you controller?
On controller.
Oh, okay.
Controller.
I'm gonna check. See, I mean, I'm not doubting your experience at all.
It's not good, bro. Like you also have some micro stutters in there. Like I can tell you, I could play a fucking racing game like fucking Forza Motorsport on GeForce Now, and it's fucking great. It's very precise, but Call of Duty is just a fucking no-go.
Yeah, see that's the thing about GeForce Now, where it's not a perfect science. Your experience may not necessarily be my experience, which that's still bad enough. To where it's all about what server the game is being pinged to in order to get to you. Like all the games aren't in the same like they'll have games in different servers too. Like Like, you know, if you're in
Yes.
Germany.
Emmanuel, yes. Without a doubt.
Oh, yeah. GeForce Now Ultimate, absolutely. As far as performance, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, performance, visual, everything is much better.
Well, I would,
Stadia was like fucking Series S on some fucking dog shit internet connection, bro.
Nah,
That's how it felt to me.
Yeah, that was your experience. That's why I said, and I think your Call of Duty experience, which is still bad, might be isolated as well. But Emmanuel, you can try it. Just try it. You know, that's the problem with the G4 Series S from Temu. No, man, stay down. For some reason, he would get bad, but again, it's all about server access and stuff like that. And I don't know what Stadia's server. Well, no, because but I don't know if he was in your location. But Perfect Nude, he had some of the best Stadia streams out there. He's the one that shot down Digital Foundry and made them redo their video. He's out of Germany. But you know, that's the thing where it's not a perfect science yet.
All the shit you've been sending me, bro, I'm sorry, I'm a consumer. I'm not a fucking technician. I ain't going into my fucking router and start opening up some fucking firewall bullshit and stuff just to get maybe a little bit better experience, bro. Nah. Well, it either works out of the box or it does not, bro. Like,
well,
and GeForce Now works perfectly out of the box.
I mean, if you get when I got my TV, see that's where again I don't think that argument applies to the average consumer. When I get my new TV, and if I'm playing on a console, I'm calibrating my TV. I might take like 20 minutes to calibrate my TV. The same applies with your internet usage.
Okay, okay, yes. On the TV side, I agree with you because normally they don't calibrate it right from the start. Yeah. But having to go into a fucking router setting,
it's the internet.
Like, bro, who's gonna do that, bro? Nobody's gonna do that unless you are very familiar with all that shit.
If you're told where to go, just like if you're told where to go, who's gonna go into a fucking TV? Someone who's told where to
also, go. Look, it's also not very recommended to do that. What I had to do just to get Stadia running better than I did.
I don't know why.
It's not recommended to open up all these fucking firewalls and shit, bro. Nah.
No, you're changing like 2 or 3 settings. But we're about to go. We're about to go. It's the show is going live. All right. Hey, Cold Blood, do you want me to turn the audio up on?
No, don't. I'm watching myself.
I'm excited to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology. But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional gaming experience.
Moss, can you please turn it off on your end for me? Because I hear double.
PS5 debuted in 2020. It brought a lot to the table. Frames a second. PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas to explore. Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of water or glass, and the realism that comes from real-time global illumination. A custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transitions between game worlds and data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
You okay? I'm working on it!
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of immersion to the sound of the games. With audio so real, you may not even need to see the enemies to know exactly where they are. Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside of the game. It's wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering. These modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run at 60 frames per second, mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved. When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster. Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short. PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the Big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second. Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5, which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier.
Don't stop! We gotta lose.
This goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. We can see that PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power of PlayStation 5. Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus Performance mode on PS5, both of which target 60 frames per second. What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5. For this, my favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank. Distant details are much clearer. And here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars.
Oh, these bots ain't ready,
overall,
Morse.
a remarkable improvement to the games. On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics, or
Mark Cerny, the console god.
This is the Big 3 showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many approaches as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects, as well as to the hair and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
Ray tracing is finding broad usage as well, particularly when the games are focused on higher frame rates. The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference, allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between the cars in gameplay, while continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second. that boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins for Hogwarts Legacy, allowing not only for better reflections and a greater variety of reflective surfaces, but also for further realism in the casting of shadows. I hope you've enjoyed this run-through of the technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro. Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick look at a number of games running on the new console.
You'll never break a legend, 'cause they don't know we are.
The mock-up was spot on.
Don't let me hanging.
Because you rebirth.
Close your eyes. It'll be worth it.
Okay.
Now come all these fucking losers. Oh, Splatboard Remaster!
What's with all in there?
Ubisoft's game looks the worst. That's on point, yeah. I have one problem with this. One problem. Moss, where's my money? Where is my money, Moss? Where is my fucking money, bro? We had a bet, brother. Remember?
I thought you said 800 though.
No. Don't you come with the 800 now. I said 700 or plus. And bro, I was on the money, bro.
Damn, $700.
I fucking told you. What a fucking shit show, bro. Nah, you can't be serious. Nah, 700?
Jesus.
Yo, what in the actual fuck? Yeah, that's an L. I'm sorry. That's an L.
That's what everybody's saying is L. Yeah, 700. That's
for me. It's 800 euros, brother. 800.
Longer morning coffee, bit of a different.
700 is that's nasty work. Oh man. Ooh shoot. Uh-oh.
Wait. What was that actually just a digital?
I don't know.
Bro, go back. Let me see. Yo, I just didn't even look at that, bro. If that is just for the digital, or they fucked up so bad. Holy shit, they fucked up so bad. Nah, buddy. It better not be digital.
Let me see.
Because I want the disc version.
Let's see.
Oh, buddy. They're really gonna make you pay extra for the fucking disc version. On top of this ridiculous price? Really? Really?
Oh. Yeah. I don't see one with a hard drive. Yeah, that might just be the disc version. God damn.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh man.
Nah, buddy. You can't be serious right now. 800 euros plus this drive on top of that?
Oh.
Yo.
Yeah.
Brother, I was so right about it being fucking expensive.
Oh.
Like, this shit is ridiculously expensive for a fucking console.
Oh. Let's see if there's let's go to the PlayStation. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, PlayStation.
If y'all got the money for day one, congratulations. I don't.
Ugh.
No, 800. No. 800 euro, bro.
Yeah,
that's 2 times my fucking rent I pay.
I don't have anything on the site yet. Yeah, that's nasty work. That is nasty work, bro. Let's go to Twitter. Let's see what Twitter's saying.
Actually, a geek has a good point. Is it 2 terabytes? It better not be 800 gigabytes again. Oh my god. Yo, what the fuck? They didn't say anything about the storage or what about the disk drive.
I was trying to go to their website and see if they got any information on it, and they don't. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh, here it goes. Here they go. They got a PlayStation blog out now. Here it goes. It says, welcome to PlayStation 5 Pro, the most visually impressive way to play games on PlayStation. Features include GPU upgrade, advanced ray tracing, and PlayStation Spectral. Super resolution takes player to new heights. We are upgrading. That has 60 more, whatever. All right. Provide.
Ray J, I'm living in a 1-room apartment, so yeah, that is 2 times my fucking rent.
Other enhancements include PlayStation 5 Pro Game Boost, which can apply to more than 8,500 backwards compatible PlayStation 4 playable games. On the Pro, this feature may stabilize or improve the performance of PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4. Enhanced image quality for PlayStation 4 games is also available to improve. PlayStation 4 Pro also launched with the latest wireless technology, Wi-Fi 7.
Germany, man.
VRR and 8K gaming are also supported. It's humbling to see how several games will be patched with free software updates. These games can be identified in the PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced label. Some games you can look at to include blockbuster hits from PlayStation Studios and other third parties such as Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Demon's Souls 2, Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Gran Turismo 7, Hogwarts Legacy, Horizon Forbidden West, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, The Crew Motorfest, The First Descendant, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, and more. We kept the look of the PlayStation 5 Pro consistent with the PlayStation 5 family. With the width, and players can add, oh shit, here it goes. Players can add an Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive or swap out console covers when they become available. Oh shit. It says PlayStation 5 perfectly with the PlayStation 5 family of products, including PlayStation VR 2, PlayStation Portal, DualSense. The user interface is the PS Pro console will be available this holiday at a manufacturer's MSRP of $699. Jesus Christ, and €799. It will include a it says 2 terabyte SSD, a DualSense wireless controller, and a copy of Astro's Playroom pre-installed in every PS5 Pro purchase. PS5 Pro is available as a diskless console with the option to purchase the currently available disc drive for PlayStation 5 separately.
I fucking told you, Moss.
PlayStation 5 Pro will launch on November 7th, 2024, will be available at participating retailers and direct from PlayStation. Pre-orders will begin on September 26, 2024. Our PlayStation 5 journey in years and have shared with us which console. Yeah, whether it's PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 5 Pro, we wish to bring everyone the very best experience that fits their needs.
So day one, Moss?
700 ain't a problem for me. I'm just concerned with the fucking, you know, okay, it's cool you're gonna patch these other games. Look, we got to see the new games in order for this to even in order for this to have any chance above the PlayStation 4 Pro at $700. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto, you're gonna have to guarantee 60 frames per second on GTA, or you can forget it.
No, you get a janky ass 30 FPS unlocked mode. It's gonna be a bare minimum 30, and then it can go up to something.
That better not be it. If that is it, then you can forget it. Yeah, $700. That's gonna be woo, Jesus. Yeah, that thing is not moving off the shelves this holiday season.
I mean, what the scalper's gonna buy that motherfucker for 700, and what are they gonna sell that for? The triple that price? You can't forget that. Ain't nobody buying that.
God damn. Yeah. Oh well. They took something that could have possibly oh God.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But the time for Sony to take a loss on their hardware is over with. Like, they ain't gonna lose any fucking profit they can get. That time was back when Xbox was still competitive with them. Not anymore.
God damn. That's nasty work. $700, yeah, they
Good thing I was prepared exactly for that price. So my disappointment isn't as bad as yours.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I could get it at 700, but my thing was I want to see what games you got hitting this thing and what you're enhancing.
No, Cerny should have been saying every single game that is running on a PS5 can be fucking upscaled with PSSR. That's what you should have said, but you didn't say that. So my prediction is some developers gonna say, "Fuck it. We have no time to do for the console that nobody bought to do the extra work." And a lot of games gonna be completely featureless on the Pro and just run a little bit better in performance mode than what the fuck the normal PS5 does. That's my prediction right now.
Yeah, they said there's a showcase, a rumored showcase on the 19th. Again, that's vaporware. They need to show new games there, and they need to say, yeah, this will be supported by the Pro, of course. We know their games are going to be we know that their games are going to be supported, but you need to show new games, and then with GTA 6.
No, Moth. What I absolutely didn't like about this is Cerny didn't say there's gonna be a unlocked frame rate mode where it doesn't matter what the game runs. The PlayStation is gonna allow you to just have the FPS run wild. He didn't say that, so it's already an L to me. Like, bro, I wanted an unlocked FPS mode completely, without this performance shit, bro. I just want an unlimited FPS. How much it can run, it can run. I didn't get that here. All I saw was, oh, the fidelity mode is now the 60 FPS mode in some games. I don't like that. Even more so because I have a VR TV, so for me it won't be even an issue if the frame rate goes all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me personally.
You want to ask a price for a fucking mini PC, bro? Then make a fucking mini PC. Don't make it still a limited console, like you always did. Only 60 and 30, bro, and maybe 120 in some fucking dog shit ass games like Pentiment.
I'm just scouring the internet and seeing what's out there. I will say this.
We need more info. We need more info.
Yeah,
What are the developers planning to do with this shit? Like, brother, if they just gonna do a more uprest 60 FPS mode, that's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Not for 700. I'm sorry. You got this fucking PSSR, then make it fucking work. Make it work higher than 60 FPS. God damn it. Give us the option now.
For me personally, yeah, I mean, I'm cool if this thing stays, doesn't dip below 60 consistently, and I can get an up res. I'm okay with that, but that's me.
Juice, wait a second. You're saying we are broke? Is that what you're trying to say right now?
Jesus Christ, cut up. No, 700 is a lot,
it's not about. No, it's way too much for a console. Like we are talking here a whole ass GPU that you can buy at that point. What the fuck?
I don't. Well, I won't go that far. I just think it's
Ray
just,
J, no, I'm not broke. That's not the issue here.
I
it's
just
the
think
principle.
I think it's too. I know it's not for the average consumer. I know that. I get that. But here's what we got to understand. And I'm a day one or two. But everybody here that's in this chat, y'all got to understand that y'all don't even represent the average consumer that this is targeted for. Like $700 for what the information that we got is still a little, would be unsettling for the average consumer. It's not about being broke. Just because you're not broke doesn't, look, let me give you an example. Y'all got to stop with this because y'all sound silly. I have a cousin who's a millionaire. He's the cheapest motherfucker on this planet. That's why he's a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are just fiscally responsible and they don't throw money away. And believe you me, if any of you motherfuckers in this chat were millionaires, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't be here. You'd be doing your own shit. You'd be running a company or, you know what I'm saying? So it's not about being broke. Some people are fiscally responsible and they're going to look at that and they're going to evaluate it like how Cold Blood did and say, for him, an up-res isn't worth it. Cold Blood has a 4090. He's not broke.
48, not a 49. I'm not that financially responsible.
But he's not broke. It's just, like he said, it's a principle to him. Now, to me, I want, see, me and Cold Blood are different because Cold Blood doesn't mind playing a quality mode. So just an up-res performance mode, which to Kree's point, I get what you're saying, Kree. as far as like, consider that, what did they say, over 3-1 or something like that people picking performance mode. I'm one of those people. So yes, even at $700, because I have the income and I'm not as fiscally responsible. Like I'm still figuring out now how I'm going to slip this past my wife. It's a day one for me. But a lot of people are fiscally responsible, whether they have money or not. You got the iPhone 16 coming out. You could potentially have other tech coming out, and a $700 up-res with the information we were given. It may not hold over well. I don't like, they needed to show or mention a little bit more. I don't think this was the greatest rollout. I'm not doubting Cerny. I'm not saying that this thing ain't going to be capable. That's why I said I'm not going to sit there and just say that they're not going to be able to do something with GTA 6. I'm not going to say any of that. I'm not going to say they are either. I'm not going out on, because that would be me doubting Mark Cerny, and I've been burnt that way 30 times over. But I don't think that this rollout for that price was the greatest rollout. Now, if the price was $600, I still wouldn't have been jumping for joy, because I was like, I want to see more with my 600, but it would have been digestible. Everything that I heard is kind of what I expected. I didn't get anything outside of that realm. The biggest tidbit of information I got was what Cree said, which was that Mark Cerny revealed that 3-1 people are picking performance modes. I didn't realize that. And remember that the normal jargon is that people are picking quality modes. So it's good to have that information. 3-1, at least on PlayStation, people are picking performance modes. So there is a demographic more like me out there. I get it. That being said, from what I saw, I wasn't like, my eyes didn't roll out of my head, right? Like, it looks better, don't get me wrong, but my eyes didn't roll out of my head. I didn't really see games that maybe, oh yeah, I got to spend $700 to replay those games. I didn't see that.
Wait. You understand that if you have physical games, this motherfucker is gonna cost you another $80.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want that motherfucker to stand vertically, you're gonna pay another $30 for the fucking vertical stand.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all really want to completely spec it out, yeah, we are looking at about $800 for you, buddy.
Yeah, man. I mean, these bugs is acting.
Maybe not the vertical stand, but bro, the disk drive. That's a big deal breaker to me. Like, bro, what the fuck? You couldn't put the fucking disk drive in there at least? That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's absolutely crazy.
Yeah. For 700? Yeah, I think for 700 the disk drive should have been in there. I think what they should have done, I would have been okay with this. The $600 one, because look, let's be for real. The disk drive only costs $10 to make. It only cost them $10 to manufacture a disk drive. So, but the purpose is that they're forcing you to go to digital, which is more financially lucrative for PlayStation. So they're willing to have $100 price difference. If you want a disk drive, okay, we're going to charge you an extra $100. If you don't want the disk drive, you'll save $100. Because if you do an all digital, you're helping us make more money anyway. That's the theory between the disk drive. So I would have been okay with $700 being the price for the disk drive and the diskless being $699. I mean, being $599.
Moms, they are absolutely fucking with me, bro. The console for me is gonna cost 800 euros, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, the disk drive is gonna cost me 120 euros. Brother, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What is this bullshit? Bro, why is the European Union getting fucked? Like that is crazy. Holy. Nah, buddy, they want, forget it, nah.
A fucking disk drive. I thought the disk drive was 50. It's $80 USD.
Yep, for you it's 80. For me it's 120, brother.
What the fuck? Oh, yo, these mofos. Okay. You know what? I've changed my mind. It's not day one. And I don't even care about the I don't know what's going on here. I need to see more. It's not a day one for me. And that fucking sucks because I would love a bigger up-res. God damn it, Sony. What the fuck, bro?
Emmanuel, with the prices they have, they might as well kill it. Like, seriously, bro, what the fuck?
You know what I'm starting to realize? And this ain't Mark Cerny's fault. That's why I said I don't blame Mark Cerny. Because I'm pretty sure that this machine is capable. But I'm pretty sure. I didn't say I know. I'm sure. I may be fiscally irresponsible in a lot of ways. That's why my wife controls the finances now. But I'm not an idiot for my test case. I'm not putting money on this until I see something. Now, I could see something between now and November that makes me say, oh yeah, I'm picking that up day one. I'm starting.
Moss, the biggest thing about this right now is they didn't even show you a game made for that motherfucker.
Yeah.
They just shown you some up-pressed games already existing.
Mm-hmm.
So how the fuck are you gonna hype people up with that?
They should have showed a game that's coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Showed a game that's coming. Like, all you had to do was show one fucking game. Like, close that out. Like, have like a 30-second trailer of that game. And have it look awesome. That's all you had to do. And then it's like, oh, okay. Because then that opens people's hopes and imaginations to, okay, upcoming games are being built from the ground up with this in mind. There better be a showcase on the 19th. And they better show not only PlayStation games, but they better show some games that are going to be built with this in mind as it's being developed. And they better look fucking awesome. Or this thing will not perform better than the Pro. Than the PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm sorry. What you guys got to understand in this chat is that we are an anomaly. We're like niche within the niche demographic. You know what I'm saying? Like anything better, 5 frames better, an extra 180p better, and PlayStation would have put it out there for $900, we would still buy it, right? That's not the average consumer, even the demographic that they're targeting. And the reason why I'm starting to get a little perturbed because I'm now starting to feel this arrogant Sony that is like, we don't have any competition anymore, and we're going to fleece you however we can, and you're going to justify it. Just like how I see you guys. I'm gonna be honest with you, in my honest opinion, I see you guys sitting in this chat making excuses for it. I did not see anything that explains why this thing is $700. Nothing. Like when they showed the comparisons, it looked better. Did it look $700 better? No. And then is the discless one?
Oh yeah. And don't forget, if you wanted to stand vertically, bro, you're paying another 30. That's ridiculous.
And the worst thing about it,
buffoonery. That's what it is.
This is the worst thing about it.
To think people, the normal people, not the absolute hardcore gamer, is gonna buy that console. You are out of your mind. That motherfucker gonna be as niche as the fucking Pro was.
Yeah,
the PS4 Pro was.
It could be worse. Like I said, you're gonna have to come out with some games. You got to come out with some games, and then we got to hear something about GTA. If we don't hear anything about GTA, this motherfucker is in bad shape.
Do you think you're gonna see GTA on the next State of Play? No, I don't think so.
They better do something. If they don't show GTA by the next state, I mean, what I'm like, okay, in order for this launch to be decent, they're going to need to show some games that are coming. Show them, having the pisser technology or whatever, looking sharp and crisp than a motherfucker.
No, first of all, Moss, I wanted him to say the pisser is going to be in every single game, no matter what. You can put it on and expect the frames to go fucking up. Because he didn't say that. He said it's going to be only on select few games. That's already a fucking L. That shit should be everywhere, but by fucking default. I mean, what's the point if it doesn't have it? So it's just gonna run at 60 and look maybe a little bit sharper than the PS5? That's it?
I don't know if necessarily the pisser, because you would have to program for that. I don't think, but the hardware itself should make it more, should do some work to enhance the games.
Absolutely.
And they did. Where did I see that? They did talk about that. Console that runs. It says we developed.
This console is either for someone that wanted to get into PS5 and didn't have one, and now they have a fucking reason to get one, and for people that absolutely can throw away money for the littlest thing. Like, bro, this is not enough of an improvement to warrant another 700. I don't see it.
Enhancements includes, okay, so this PlayStation 5 Pro Game Boost is the thing that is going to apply to games in general. Yeah, it's called PlayStation 5 Pro Game Boost. So you're gonna see.
Yeah, but that's just like the PS4 Pro Game Boost, where your FPS go a little bit higher. Mm-hmm. But that only applies when there is an actual what do you call it? Unlimited frame mode. Mm-hmm. Like let the hardware do how much it can, right?
Yeah.
Only then you can see maybe improvement. If you don't have that mode and the developer doesn't patch it in later, you ain't seeing those frames. It's gonna stay at 60 and that's it.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't expect the pisser to work across the board.
That's not going to be the pisser. That's going to be just the GPU itself.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I say. I wouldn't expect it to work across the board because you would have to.
The pisser, unfortunately, is a fucking. Did you implement it in the game or not? Situation right now.
Yeah. You have to implement it in the game.
So y'all better hope the fucking third party is gonna eat it up and start developing for that shit. Because if they don't, you're not gonna see much of an improvement anyway.
Well, it's all a big cycle. They're gonna have PlayStation is going to have to see, or PlayStation is going to have to show this thing doing some type of movement on the market. If developers, they don't give a fuck if PlayStation 5 is the best-selling console. That doesn't mean that they're going to bend over backwards for the 5 Pro. They didn't bend over backwards for the 4 Pro. They'll just continue to make their games for the PlayStation 5. Here's what's going to happen though. If at launch this thing moves some units, then you'll see some support. If this thing doesn't move units, it's not going to see support. So instead of, this is why it's critical. Instead of y'all, this is why we tell y'all this is the no cap zone. I need to, y'all, this is where y'all got to open your mouth and say, look, Sony, I'm going to get it, but I don't see where what you showed us with that price tag where it's going to move numbers. Like, we want you to show us more. Because I'm telling you, outside of your own silo, the people, even the people that they're targeting, they're not going to buy this thing in large numbers. And if this thing don't get bought in large numbers, then developers are not going to support it like they didn't really support the 4 Pro. And if they don't support it, then you wasted your fucking money. You see how this is all a cyclical event? This is why we tell you capping, this is not just rhetoric for the bots. Capping does not work for fucking anybody. Even if you do want to buy this day one, you got to look at the bigger picture. How effective is this going to be for the demo? Stop saying, well, I'm going to do it. You're not the fucking demo. You're a wing. You're a niche part of a niche group that this is demoed for. Or you don't represent the majority of the demo is a better way to phrase it. It's all cyclical. If they don't move enough units at launch, supporters are going to look at that and say, well, we're not wasting our time developing for that. And if they don't do that, then you don't get the biggest bang out of your buck. And that's it's just a continuous cycle. They need to show more. I'm not going to say it's dead in the water yet. I'm not going to say that, but they have to show more. They need to show games that are coming, that look good in general, but look fucking awesome with this thing. And they need to talk specifics about how those games are going to run. Yeah, this new game, Blaze of the Fiery Mountain, is coming out, and it's going to be, Pisser is going to take it, up-res it from 1800p to 4K with a consistent 60 frames per second or 90, you get up to 90 or whatever. They need to talk, they need to show games. They need to talk specifics of performance. Or fucking pay Digital Foundry to say a whole bunch of good shit about this. Oh yeah, this definitely will run GTA 5. If Digital Foundry comes out and talks a whole bunch of shit to y'all, then maybe there's it's show games with specific specs. Digital Foundry get all creamy knuckled about this thing, and or bring out GTA 6 and say GTA 6 60 frames per second. Boom. Without any of that, I don't see how this is successful at launch. Those are just my thoughts, but I'm gonna go to the chat. Y'all are in a, was it 700 for the digital? This is that's more than a comparable GPU. I don't see a drive. They showed Forza Horizon 5 clip, laugh all out. Did they? I thought it was going to be 650 for the digital, and yeah, even 650, which again, King Thrash came.
Bro, your chat does not even understand what it entails for me as someone from Europe. Motherfucker, I pay 800 for that shit. without no disk drive, no fucking stand, nothing. Just the fucking console, 800, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, because I have a lot of physical games, I'm gonna need that fucking disk drive. And that disk drive costs another 120 in Europe. 120, bro.
This is why y'all complaining. I'm pulling out.
I can look. I can trade my fucking PS5 in right now for what, 300 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That is still $600, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Euro, I mean, €600, bro. Like, I literally did not. Whatever. Yeah, y'all can argue with yourself. Like, seriously, bro, I'm done. Like, bro, if y'all don't understand how it feels for someone in Euro, bro, right now, like a fucking ripoff.
No, that's the problem, Cold Blood. They're not thinking about anybody but themselves. Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. You don't represent the fucking demo. That's what's not sinking in. It's not, you know. Look at me. I'm pulling back from saying day one. I'm on the cusp of day one. I don't like that price and what it's saying based upon what you showed. To me, if you're gonna say $700, that could be justified. That could be justified by you showing and saying a little bit more. You didn't say enough for me. So that kind of got me leery, like, what the fuck? So that's why I'm pulling back. But I'm on the cusp of day one. It's not a problem for me to see a little bit more and then buy this, right? Guaranteed. That being said, even if I was with y'all, I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about you. I'm not necessarily talking about Cold Blood. I am talking. What'd you say? He said, that's your fault for living in Germany. Move to the States. Here's what I'm saying. There is a Target demo out there. They don't listen to these podcasts or whatever. But, and then the worst thing about this too, which I'll get into that a little bit, but they're going to go and they're going to look at that $700 and they're going to say, why am I paying $700 for that? And they're going to look at the examples that they were shown and they're going to be like, yeah, I would have got that for $6. That don't look like it's worth $700 to me. I really don't see $700 in that. Nah, I'll wait. I might get it when it goes down in price. And we know how that does. That means it doesn't fly off the shelves. Yeah, they messed up with that one. I get the yen, like, but again, they raising controllers $5 like $80 for a controller, bro. They did what they did in Japan, and now they put this son of a bitch out for $6.99 with no fucking disc, bro.
Well, how much is it gonna be with tax? Tell them.
No, they know. Like, what was it? 7% tax. So what is that? Another. What's the sales tax on that? 700 times 7. Oh, yeah, that's something we're used to. What the fuck did I do? 700 times 0.7. So another $49. So it'll, you know, by the time you pay tax, it'll be $750. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's the real price. There you go.
Yeah, I don't see the. And again, that's if you're where there's sales tax at. But I'm telling y'all, this is not about you. If you're going to get it, great for you. Except if it doesn't get the support that you need, then that's going to hamper it long term. Y'all got to be cognizant of that shit. Well, let me keep going through the chat. Geek says, time to buy a gaming PC. He says, I like how it says stand sold separately, but no mention of the drive.
Let's put a line here. If you got the money to throw away for this, it doesn't apply to you what we're saying here. We're not saying you're stupid or anything. Go ahead, get the fucking console. What we're trying to say is, if they really want that motherfucker to sell, this price is absolutely unacceptable right now. Like, yeah, it's gonna get some fucking hardcore gamers to get that shit. But others gonna be like, why in the hell would I pay $700 for this? When I can get the normal PS5? Like, they didn't show us why the Pro is something you fucking need right now. Not really. Unless you're not happy with your PS5, but then you probably would have gone to PC anyway.
So I'm gonna put a poll up there. I said, are you buying a PlayStation 5 Pro day one based on what we heard from Mark Cerny at 700 USD? Let us know in the chat. I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, this is for us internally, but again, yeah. Cold Blood reiterated what I'm telling you guys. It's like, this is not about y'all.
There we go. It's already starting. Like, most people say no. Yeah. For that price, hell no.
Yeah.
Y'all are delusional if you think this price is normal. No, it's not. Oh, Geek, don't start your shit right now. Nah, buddy.
Oh shit! Go ahead and vote. Go ahead and vote.
Now they're gonna vote yes just to fuck with it.
Well, I mean, we got 30 people watching, so go ahead and vote. Let's get your honest opinion. Go ahead and vote.
Now, look, great. There is some upgrade to the console. I see it. But the price to what you fucking get is just not right. I'm sorry. Right now, the fucking PS5 should have been like $300, and this motherfucker should be $500. But what we are getting is, the normal console is gonna cost you even more than it did at launch, and on top of that, the fucking Pro is gonna cost even more. Y'all see the fucking problem? That has nothing to do with the fucking demographic right now, bro. It's about the fucking principle here. There's not enough of a damn upgrade for justifying 700. It's just Sony saying, fuck y'all, we have no competition whatsoever, 700.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say that that's good. Nah, fuck that. I ain't gonna be a fucking shill for PlayStation. That's horrible. Shit pricing.
What do you mean, Ray J? Stop saying demographic. Why would I stop saying demographic? Help me understand that. Help me understand your logic for that. Yeah, I get that is subjective. What y'all ain't understanding is we're analyzing the success of this thing. We're not analyzing your individual worth. That means nothing to the success of this thing. The success of this thing is based upon the demographic that it is slotted for if they are going to buy it. I am telling you that the demographic...
Wait, Ailos, if those trailers came out right now with the new games and shit, and GTA 6 was one of them, bro, trust me, the casuals would show up.
But Ray J, you
but they have nothing shown, bro. They have nothing shown you but old games.
Okay.
Oppressed. What is there? What is there to argue, bro? Right now, you cannot justify 700. That's it.
Ray J, you gotta listen, because words matter. I'm not trying to be facetious here, but y'all gotta pay attention and not be emotional. I said this chat here is not the demographic. Did you miss that part, Ray J? I'm gonna go slow. This chat here is not the demographic. The demographic is a lot wider than this chat. It's not the casual gamer, but it's still a little bit wider than this chat. This chat, I said, if PlayStation put this thing out for $900, you motherfuckers would still buy it. That's not the demographic. The demographic.
Moss, no, I agree with Airos. This chat is really the demographic for this shit because almost everybody's saying I'm gonna buy it. Besides King Deuce and I don't know, maybe one other.
No, they're not the demo because they would buy anything from PlayStation. But the people that are gonna buy anything from PlayStation are not the average consumer that they need. The average consumer that they need has a little bit more disposable income. They want the best tech out there, but they're going to make reasonable decisions. They're going to look at how much they're being charged versus what they're given. It's not this. They are not making this product and going through all this just for the small sublet of people that would frequent this chat.
Okay, Moss, just drop it with them. It's no use. Again, just like with fucking Concord, we said the number's gonna be fucking dog shit. Let's say the Pro is gonna be dog. If not, we can talk again.
Thank you, King Deuce. They're not the demo. Yeah, because they don't need everybody. They don't need the casuals. They just need a certain group of people that would buy this thing. And what I'm saying is they don't even have that certain group of people with the information we were given today. They provide more information, more tantalizing information, then they would get it. So Ray J, I don't think you were listening. You weren't paying attention. I'm saying the people here in this chat, including myself, I'm putting myself in this boat. We are a niche sector of that of the target demo. Like they would probably expect 15% of their consumer base, maybe 20 to buy this. I'm saying right now, or they're targeting like 20% of their consumer base with this console. I'm saying right now that based off of what we're shown, they're probably only going to get 5. There's another
Moss. CNET has a hands-on with the PS5 Pro.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's take a look. Is it on? It's on YouTube? Oh shit.
It's an article. I don't know if it's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Hold on one second. That's what I'm saying. So to quantify it in numbers, this is targeting like 15 to 20% of their user base. I'm going to tell you right now, they'll be lucky to get 5 based off of what we've seen today in that price. Let's see here. CNET.
Oh, there's a video actually, yeah.
PS5 Pro. And here it goes. All right. That's what I'm saying. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And you guys that are in this chat represent the 5% that are going to buy anything from Sony. But they need that additional 15 to make this successful. And they're not going to get it only based off of what we've seen today. But let's go ahead and read this article. It says PS5 Pro hands-on Sony, $700 turbo console hits in November. It says sitting in front. Hold on. Fuck out of my face with your cookie settings. Seen that? All right. I'm sitting in front of an 80-inch TV playing Gran Turismo 7. It's an immersive experience. It's even more realistic in 8K resolution. I'm not a good driver, but that's partly because I'm stunned by the clarity of the vistas in front of me. I'm also wowed by a new 4K ray tracing mode that cast car reflections on other racers. It feels like almost like I'm in VR without the headset. I'm at Sony's San Mateo PlayStation headquarters in a room full of TVs all running demos of familiar games such as Ratchet & Clank, Spider-Man 2, and their new PlayStation 5 Pro arriving November 7th for $700. Mark Cerny, Sony's lead PlayStation system architect, guides me around the demos, pointing out the Pro upgrades compared to the PlayStation 5 side by side. I just jump back and forth. I can see the difference. Everything is crisper, more fluid. I'd prefer to play on the Pro, but with a non-Pro PlayStation 5 available for $500 a day, and less likely during upcoming holiday sales, I don't know if the sometimes subtle upgrades. Let's read that again. Because Cold Blood, you and I are just haters, right? These motherfuckers were hand selected to come in demo disc, because I don't see anything from Digital Foundry. You know, Digital Foundry's gonna tell you what it is as well, because this is their level of expertise. But let me read this back. And this is somebody from CNET, who CNET represents the demo. That's why they have CNET there. For you motherfuckers where this isn't sinking through, now it's time for you to get the gospel. This isn't IGN. This isn't CNN. This is CNET. This CNET reader is the target demo. Let's hear what the CNET author has to say about what he's actually seeing, even though he's impressed in the fucking price point. You motherfuckers talk yourselves in the holes. And we try to tell you to wake up. And every time we tell y'all to wake up and you step on the fucking bear trap, you want to look at us like, oh, how did I end up here? Because you don't look at things at a full perspective. You talk off of emotions. We're analyzing shit here. You are not the entire demo. Wake the fuck up. But I digress. I'm just going to read this paragraph. As I jump back and forth, I can see the difference. Everything is crisper, more fluid, or both. I'd prefer to play on the PlayStation 5 Pro, but with a non-Pro PS5 available for $500 today, and likely less during upcoming holiday sales, I don't know if the sometimes subtle upgrades will be worth the price for many. What say ye, chat? I'll let you build up. Doriega, you're missing a point. If nobody's telling you not to buy it, and nobody's saying that you won't enjoy it. We analyze the success. Y'all will sit, this is what I don't get. Y'all will sit here, laugh, hit the like button, hit the emojis when we talk about the overall success of Xbox, right? It makes sense, it resonates. But when we start talking about the overall success of something with PlayStation, all your logic just disperses from y'all's brains. You should have learned when we talked about Concord. You should have learned. We're trying to analyze the overall success of this thing. It doesn't matter. Everybody in this chat and on this panel could buy this thing today. That should not mess with our ability to look at this thing holistically and say, I don't know if it's going to get the sales that it needs to get. You do understand that the thing that you like has to get the sales that it needs to get in order to survive. Otherwise, you're wasting your money because it's not going to be supported. You do understand that dynamic, right? Or has everybody been lobotomized?
No, they don't. They don't. Absolutely not. Because they think when they get the PS5 Pro, all the developers are going to be forced to put all these fucking features into their games. Nah. Some developers are going to be like, why? Are we just going to make a PS5 version and let the Pro do whatever the fuck it does? No extra features, nothing. Fuck y'all. because there's not enough of you.
Blue Fire Demon, I wish I could calm down, bro. You just don't understand. I know you're not part of this group. You just don't understand. I hate having conversations that otherwise should be relatable to people who I know are smarter than what they act be made difficult. We're saying, based off of what we were shown and based off the price point, we don't think this is going to move units. We're not saying you shouldn't buy it. I'm not even saying that I shouldn't buy it. I said I'm pulling back a little bit because I want to see more. But I might wake up tomorrow and say I'm going to buy it. That within itself is not going to change anything on its overall success. And what I'm trying to understand, Blue Fire Demon, from everybody else, and you're not part of this, but what I'm trying to understand from everybody else is when we talk this shit about Xbox, when the bleed green people come over here and they say, or Manuel A, who come over and says, but I'm going to buy that, and we say Emmanuel, but nobody else is going to buy it at mass. It's not going to be successful. People will huckle or chuckle in the chat. It'll make sense. And then all of a sudden, when we flip it and talk about something related to PlayStation, all that common sense goes out the fucking window. And I'm just trying to understand how we got here. How did we get here? I don't know who this fucking guy is. Cold Blood never met this motherfucker. He's saying the exact same things that we said from our live reaction. Where he's not saying you shouldn't buy it. He's not saying nobody's gonna buy it, but he's talking to the target demo for this, and he's saying, I don't think a lot of people of this target demo is gonna buy this thing. That's all. And we need to see more.
Man, just go on Twitter, bro. Literally almost every comment is $700 for the console, then on top of that the disk drive and the vertical stand. Everybody's commenting that right now, and every single PS5 Pro tweet. So fucking predictable, bro.
Where's the? Oh, here goes the video. Let's watch the video. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can be. I love y'all, but y'all can be challenging, man. God damn. We're trying to have a high-level discussion on, okay, we do like this thing, but is it going to be successful? Like, nobody was telling y'all shouldn't like Concord. Nobody said that Concord didn't have good mechanics. Nobody said that Concord couldn't be fun for a vertical slice of the community. We were sitting there saying, with everything that it offers and everything that was being asked for gamers, would it see success? And y'all just got beat in the fucking head with a cash register over that fucking game a week ago when you should have listened to us, and y'all going through the same thing over again? And Blue Fire Demon, to wrap up your great question, and I'm going to do what Cold Blood says, just shut up and just play the thing, and it's called delayed gratification. We'll see. If they don't show us nothing else significant, and I'll say whether they do or not, if they don't show us anything else significant, and we go into launch day with just little bare minimums, we'll come back and we'll have this discussion when the numbers come out. But to wrap up your great question, Blue Fire Demon, my thing is that we're not having back and forths with the chat about, well, I think the demo would get it because XYZ. I think the demo would get it because of ABC. People are saying, well, I'm going to get it. Because I'm going to get it. That's it. Game over. Like Rockstar is calling you up. Okay, look, hey, look, Joe Blow, we're on the fence here about whether to support the PlayStation 5 Pro or not. Did you buy it? Oh, you bought it? Okay, we got our answer. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's not how it works. It's about how numbers work in totality. That's all we're saying. All right, let's listen to this. Let's put this up here. We're gonna watch this video and then we're gonna talk about it on the back end. And Cold Blood, I got the audio set up coming through my mic. Tell me, do you want me to keep that on or no?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, all right. So let's watch this video. Right.
It's been 4 years since Sony released the PlayStation 5, which went by pretty fast in the middle of a pandemic. But the idea of next generation kind of lingers in my head and probably for a lot of people. When do you buy a console? Well, Sony has had mid-range console upgrades in the past. The PlayStation 4 Pro came out 3 years after the PlayStation 4. And lo and behold, the PlayStation 5 Pro is coming out 4 years after the PlayStation 5. For $699, you're paying more, but not too much tremendously more compared to the PlayStation 5 that is already on the market and has an upgraded, slimmer version. Compared side by side, it's also not that much larger. In fact, it's a little bit smaller than the PlayStation 5 original, which is a nice surprise because the PlayStation 4 Pro was definitely bigger and thicker. What do you get? Well, there's no optical drive. You have to buy that separately. You can use the same optical drive that's available on the slim model and pop it in. And also, it may be that a lot of people choose to prefer the digital version now, considering that there's also Wi-Fi 7, and the size of the drive is now bumped up to 2 terabytes, which is the same speed as the SSD in the previous models. Same CPU too, but the GPU is a lot beefier. It's supposed to be 67% more powerful and 38% faster, and it's going to provide better performance for all the games and a lot more things like ray tracing. There's also a big focus on upgrading the resolution of existing games. PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution is the technology that uses an AI neural upscaling using a convolutional neural network to basically just make sure the games play really nicely in 4K. And speaking of 4K, existing PlayStation 5 games, they always had 2 modes, which was either 1080p, 60 frames per second, or 4K at 30 frames per second. Sony's now offering a Pro mode that glues both of those together, and so you're getting both 60 frames per second and 4K. Now, that's exactly what I would have wanted to play in the first place. If you're interested in doing things like 8K gaming, or you want to do things like 120 frames per second, there are capabilities for games to do that, but those are going to be on a game-by-game basis. The real push here is for really nice 4K 60 frames per second across the board for your entire library. What does this mean for the future of PlayStation? I got to talk to Mark Cerny, lead systems architect for PlayStation, and Hideaki Nishina-san, CEO of Platform for Sony Interactive Entertainment. They talked about how, in a lot of ways, PC gaming right now is providing a kind of an on-ramp for some of these technologies, but also allowing Sony to lead a bit with some things like ray tracing, where they're using an AMD-developed ray tracing technology that isn't even in existing GPUs. Some of that will kind of ride ahead, and other things, like maybe more advanced graphics that you might be used to on PCs, will finally have a chance to come over to PlayStation 5 Pro. And as a lot of games now are increasingly cross-platform, and Sony's games live on PCs, you'll probably see much more of that cross-pollination. Clearly a fidelity push for people who may have really big TVs or really big AV lovers and want something that either looks the best it can be or runs really smoothly. On the big screens that I played on, you could definitely see the difference, but if you're a PlayStation 5 owner, I think you could also be fine continuing to play the PlayStation 5. There are going to be about 50 games that come out at launch with upgrades specifically for the PS5 Pro. Now, while a lot of them will involve the introduction of this new Pro mode that will be able to run at a smooth 60 frames per second and 4K performance, there are going to be others that do other things. It could be graphic upgrades to the environment, more people in the environment. So that's a console. Let's go play the games. This is Sony's PlayStation demo room where I got to try out the PlayStation 5 Pro on a bunch of games in 2 different setups. The first one, got to play on 2 different monitors, checking out a whole bunch of games on the PlayStation 5 and then the PlayStation 5 Pro, looking at the 2 different play modes, fidelity and performance on the 5, and then the Pro mode on the PlayStation 5 Pro. That's Horizon Forbidden West. And then I got to play a few games on a big 80-inch screen, including Gran Turismo 7, which has an 8K mode, or alternately, one with ray tracing turned on, which is what I've got right here. I mean, this is obviously the version I would want to play. The reflections and ray tracing are beautiful. I got really into playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and I love games like this. What's really fun is that it's just such a fast game, and I feel like the Pro makes it feel faster. I'm grabbing one controller that's connected to a PS5, playing on a PS5 for a bit, and then I would jump back and forth between that and a PS5 Pro to see what it's like. This is the 4K 30 frames per second version of Horizon Forbidden West, which I'm used to and looks really good. But what looks even better is playing it 4K 60 frames per second on PS5 Pro, which looks buttery smooth and really crisp. So, you know, it is like going back and playing it
as
on
he's
the other,
playing, the camera moved away from the
do,
fucking screen.
because this looks really nice. Unfortunately, Sony didn't let us do any direct capture of the PlayStation 5 Pro during our demos at Sony's headquarters. And they didn't let us do any close-up, real extended looks at the gameplay on screen either. But hopefully you can get an understanding of what I'm talking about for when the system debuts on November 2nd.
I wonder why.
Of next-gen gaming. Well, that's hard to tell because we're not maybe fully in next-gen gaming yet, but we're getting there by increments. PlayStation 5 Pro is the hottest of the new gaming technology tech that we've seen, and it's adopting some ideas that PC gaming still doesn't have yet. It'll be really interesting to see where games start to evolve and get better along with PS5 Pro graphics, but also where the PS5 Pro ray tracing and all of that tech begins to hint at where technology is going to be headed for PC gaming to come. Not everyone's going to want to upgrade to this, but I'm really curious about what games are going to start looking like on the hardware. We'll find out in November. Thanks for watching.
Okay. So hold on, let me unmute that. Okay, so here's what I heard so far based off of everything that we've seen today and seen that interview. PlayStation has a $200 more console in the PlayStation 5 Pro that for their games is going to give you 4K 60. And I don't have a problem with that. Beyond their games that are going to give you beyond 4K 60, we don't know. They haven't told us any specifics or any details about anything like that yet. So the only thing that we know, we're only going to talk about what we know. We know that for their games, you're going to get 4K 60, which is awesome. I like that. But essentially, I think the best way to look at this cold blood from what I'm seeing is that you're essentially paying $200 to beta test the technology for the PlayStation 6. And look, if you want to do that, that's fine. For people that want a guaranteed 4K 60 for PlayStation games, okay, cool. Until we see those games, if we don't start seeing those games, at least at launch, of what we're going to get the 4K 60 with, and we don't see them in action or we don't see numbers, it's still not going to move. If Digital Foundry don't come out and talk specifics, if they weren't given an opportunity to sit with this thing and speak high praises of it, it ain't going to move. Or at the very least, we're told 4K 60 GT. If we're told 4K 60 GTA 6, what that does is that's like a domino, because our thought process is, fuck, if GTA 6, which everybody's like, nah, ain't no way it's gonna run 60 even on the Pro. If it's doing 4K 60 on the Pro, that not only demonstrates what this thing is capable of across the board more specifically, but then that could be a calling card to other developers. Oh shit, we might want to jump in on the PSSR train. So one of those three things still got to happen. in order for this thing to move units. That doesn't mean that you ain't gonna buy it. I get that you're gonna buy it. But again, without any of those three things coming along with your purchase, you are, and when I say you, that could be including me, we are just beta testing pisser for the PlayStation 6. That's it. I don't think there's any better way to describe what's going on. I'm looking at our votes right now, and as I described it, we are a niche within a niche. And even with the niche within the niche, 55% of you, still the majority, say you're not getting this day one. I don't know what else to say to y'all. My suggestion is I'm not saying to you, oh, you should be mad and not like this. You can love it. You can be like, oh shit, 4K 60 on my PlayStation games, my PlayStation Studio games, and maybe some other. That's cool. That's good enough for me. That's fine. But you don't want to put money into something that's going to fail, right? Right. I wouldn't think you did. I mean, it's your choice, it's your money. So if you want to put your money into something that's going to be successful, just simply approach PlayStation and say, look, I personally like what you're offering, but PlayStation, you got to show more because I want this thing to make it. That's it. It doesn't get any more complicated or more elementary than that. OG says didn't have Wukong running on it, didn't have Stellar Blade running on it. Yeah, I would like, particularly Stellar Blade. I would love to see Stellar Blade is my game of the year so far. I would love to see Stellar Blade running on that. Would love to see Wukong running on that. I just don't, and again, I'm not attacking you guys as individual tastes. I just caution and get excited, admittedly, about the dismissiveness when it's time to do analysis. When the Xbots say, me, well, I'm gonna buy me, we laugh at them, rightfully so, because they don't represent the target demo that they're aiming for. The same can apply across the street. Just because you're excited, just because you're gonna buy it, it doesn't mean it's going to resonate with their target demo. I imagine they're targeting anywhere between 15 to 20% of their consumer base with this thing. Just 15 to 20%. That's not a lot. They know 80% of their consumer base would never touch this. I am saying with that 15 to 20%, they're not going to reach that based off of what we already know, or based off of the stuff that we only know right now. For $700, they're not. Let's go more to the chat. Then don't bash other people who may want to buy it. I don't know what that means. Relax, my brother, you're going to rupture a vein. No. They need these coming to Jesus speeches. They do. And what they'll do, geek, is they'll leave and fuck that. I'm wait till he talk about film. No, this is not, this channel, we're not just a Phil bashing channel. We are look, I'm a fucking gamer with a capital G, and you're going to do right by me channel. And motherfuckers that can't deal with it, let them sour off and pout off like DJ Pooh on Friday. That was my grandmommy's chain. Let them puss up and run off like that. I don't care. We are only laughing at the bots because Xbox is dog shit. But that doesn't mean that anything that isn't Xbox, we just give a pass to. Xbox is dog shit. They don't come through on their promises, and they do wrong by the gamers. Again, there are some gamers, like I get into debates with my cloud gaming community all the time. I love Xbox. They're everywhere. They're on Fire Stick, and so what if it's blurry? I love it. That's fine. I don't tell them, well, you shouldn't like that. I don't tell them that. I'm just saying this is bigger than you. Before they even approach the cloud, Xbox has been making promises to gamers for over a decade, and they've been fucking gamers over. And they keep telling them, no, just wait, it's coming. Wait, it's coming. And they keep taking money from them while they're doing that. And people have been nothing but loyal to them. And we're simply calling them out on it and letting gamers know, no, you're being fucked over. Do not fall for this bullshit. If these are the things that you're looking for, then they're not coming from Xbox, right? That's why we clown Xbox. We don't clown Xbox because Cold Blood and I wake up, call each other and say, look, man, how can we make PlayStation look good today? That's not it. If Xbox was actually putting out great shit, we were, uh-oh, shit's getting thick up in here. That would be the conversation. But Xbox is screwing over gamers, not being transparent, and fucking over gamers by always lying on their promises. That's why the Xbox gets attacked. Not because we're trying to prop up PlayStation. If that was your thought process, then you gotta, I don't know how many lead chips you eat in the morning, but we've made it abundantly clear that's not what we do here. So when PlayStation comes around and they fuck up their messaging or they do something stupid that fucks with the gamers, I can't just sit there and say, well, you're happy, so it doesn't matter. No, you're targeting a demo. I would say around 15 to 20% of their consumer base is who they're targeting. I don't think you're doing right by that demo. You're really spitting on their hopes and dreams and aspirations. If this is all we're getting for that $700 at rollout, you need to show more. And it has to be significantly more. Like, we need to see details. We need to know what games are coming within the next 12 months, what games are coming, and how the fuck they gonna look. And they better look great. Because you rap to my man, just like I said when I was watching this thing, yeah, it looks better. But what did he say, Cold Blood? He said, I don't know if the sometimes subtle upgrades will be the price, will be worth the price for me. The sometimes subtle upgrade.
Don't forget, case by case. That already told me what the fuck are you doing, Sony? What case by case? Every single game, without a fucking question, should be PS5 Pro enhanced. A developer can't put a game on your PlayStation if you don't have a PS5 Pro enhanced version of it. That's what I wanted to hear. I didn't hear that. So that already makes me think the 700 is a fucking joke.
I just, based off of what I saw, I'm not confident. Let's go to Twitter, like Cold Blood said, and see what Twitter's saying, and then fuck it.
Bro, literally everybody's talking about the price. Like nobody's talking about what the pisser is gonna do. Nothing, bro. Everybody says the price is dog shit.
Price tag on the PlayStation certainly tests the waters for next gen console. Oh, I don't even want to think about that. I'm not paying $700 for a next gen console. I'll just game on PC. This is fucking AI.
Oh, if y'all think the PS6 is gonna cost you only $500 again, forget that.
Well,
that is over with.
If it's $700, you can forget it. I'll be on PC. Hey, Larry. He said that PS5 price. Oh shit. Look at this. Like, the following games are set for PlayStation 5. Nothing moves me. Alan Wake 2, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Demon Souls, Dragon's Dogma. Okay, Dragon's Dogma. Okay, now I want it. What? Dragon's Dogma 2. Again, I'm talking about games that are coming that'll resonate and help show off the power. Dragon's Dogma 2 is CPU intensive. Remember, we're here. See, this is where you got to be smart. Either we're hearing all this CPU intensive shit from PlayStation. I mean, CPU intensive shit from Digital Foundry. We know PlayStation pays attention to Digital Foundry.
I think Digital Foundry is also going to expose that 8K GT7, bro. I don't think it's actual 8K, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it's native 8K, but they'll tell you how good it is. They'll let you know how good it is. But here's what I will tell you. You got Dragon's Dogma 2. You got Capcom to agree to a pro enhancement. Awesome. I really think that's like the closest thing to Grand Theft Auto that you could show. Why? Because it's CPU intensive. Show us that motherfucker running at 4K 60 on your console. And I would highlight the shit out of that. We got the ultra intensive that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Because we know that the pro enhancements on a case by case basis, right? We don't know what that fucking means. Show us that this is going to be 4K enhanced, 4K 60 enhanced. Show me. All right, we're talking Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Okay, that's going to be a great enhancement. That's cool. But the rest of these is like, okay, cool. I mean, look, Spider-Man 2 already looked fucking great. Ratchet and Clank already look good. Who gives a fuck about the Crew Motor Fest? I'm sorry. My Ubisoft people, I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. The first Descendant already looked good. Who cares? Last of Us Part 2 remastered. Okay, I mean, what I saw looked okay. But fucking show me Dragon's Dogma 2 on that motherfucker, 4K 60. Now you're talking. Like, that's what we should have seen. Mark Cerny, even the intensive Dragon's Dogma 2 can run at an astounding 4K 60. All right then, okay. All right. I'm feeling a little bit better. You now got me back on the side of day one. You gotta show. I get that where you guys in the chat don't have to be shown shit. Literally, Sony can shit on a pencil, put some HDMI ports in it and say 950 and the stand is sold separately and you guys will buy it and shit. I know, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the sensible consumer. No, I'm talking about those that are like, no, I got to see a little bit more for my $700. This is significantly more. Show them Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to be 4K 60. Now we talking. Now we cooking with grease. Let's look at some more here. Here goes pork.
Man, don't you wish that this was the fucking console we got in 2020?
Yeah.
Bro, like, come on. I think they've been holding back these fucking features just to sell it to us again.
Well, no, I think these consoles came out too soon. That's the thing. The consoles came out too soon. I think the consoles came out a year or two too early. The technology just simply wasn't there yet. They should have waited a couple of years.
But are we still gonna be on fucking PS4? Nah, brother. No, that's a reality I don't want to live in.
I mean, if they would have came out in 2022 instead of 2020, I don't see where we would have been that worse off. Two more years on the PlayStation 4. I didn't. Now, granted, we got 60 frames per second on a couple more games a little bit sooner. I think PlayStation did a good job there, especially with, God of War. But I would have just simply pushed them back. Pushed them back, enhanced them a little bit more, did a little bit more work, and then launched them in 2022. Well, no, God of War came out in 2022, right? Yeah. It really wouldn't have affected the PlayStation all like that at launch, except for like games like Returnal or whatever.
So when is Herman gonna come out and tell us to get another job?
All right, here goes Tim Dog. Tim was like 700 for Pro, like I said, but it looks very good. Choices to be made or not to be made. He says, think of this bit differently. Pro models or any generation upgrade is about existing users upgrading. So when teams evaluate the cost, they don't want to lose money on each console, as it puts pressure on other parts of the business, and they think about how they can maximize value to players. The model is existing PlayStation 5 owners can trade in their PlayStation 5 at places like GameStop for $350 and credit today, apply towards $700, and now the upgrade costs $250. While still not easy, much easier to stomach for some. This is the fundamental model they use. It won't fit for everyone, but it's a large part of the go-market plan. I mean, yeah, you can trade it in and upgrade for $350, but still, man, God damn. Let's see here. It's a quite bit more expensive in the UK. Given Sony's recent moves, a lot of people. Oh no, that's old. Why am I getting a lot of old shit on here? Wario, it says other okay. He don't really say. Like we need specs. Like I want to know what the fuck is Dragon Dogma targeting.
It's targeting 1300p at about 60 FPS.
Even Mighty Keith says them just building PC boys right now. Hold on, let me. I thought
with that money, you can at least get the motherboard and the CPU.
Yeah. What? Xbox has a solid grip on the cloud gaming market. Analysts suggest that Xbox gaming grow tenfold to 40 billion. Please, who is this? Michael Pachter. Bloomberg Intelligence recently produced a report. A recent report from shared with us by firm details. Who drafted this report? Is these the same motherfuckers that told us that PlayStation were going to be big losers? Oh, they're not going to tell you. Okay, they're not going to tell you who. Somebody smoking crack. All right, let's go back to. PS5 Pro will also enhance PlayStation VR 2 games, according to Mark Cerny. What else? I don't see much else. Yeah,
Well, Corey, I can't even compete with you on that because we live in completely different countries. So me not buying a fucking Pro won't change anything for you.
yeah. All I can do is groan right now. I feel like this rollout was a missed opportunity. Like at the very least, please show us Dragons. Like the best thing you can do is show us Dragon's Dogma and a CPU intensive game just to give us like an idea of what this thing is capable of. I think everybody expected 4K 60 out of your own PlayStation games because as those PlayStation games were being developed, we know that you were running simul tests on the PlayStation 5 Pro as well. We know that. So we fully expect that. But it's about these other games too. Like
I'm not about to replay those games.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. Only game I would have played on the Pro if I had one would be probably Final Fantasy VII.
Yep. Ice Queen Gaming says, hey, I can't afford the PlayStation 5 Pro, but I will wait until whenever the PlayStation 5 drops in price. Yeah. It's just that if too many people think that way, Ice Queen Gaming, that are part of that target demo, then they're going to lose out, and the support is going to be bad. It says, I think y'all don't want to understand what we're talking about. A console that is equal to most salaries to half a salary, like for 5 seconds, please. Hate to tell you, Twitter is not the real, and neither are y'all. Jeffrey Smith, I hate to tell you, y'all ain't the real world either. Y'all definitely ain't the motherfucking real world. Y'all ain't the real world. Because like I said, at this point in time, Sony could shit on a stick.
And Jeffrey didn't understand. I said, that's the fucking reaction I expected from Twitter.
Yeah.
I didn't say that's the real world.
He said, your blood pressure. He said, nice speech, day one. Hey, Juice, if you like it, I love it. I just may not buy it. He says, dead Concord PlayStation gamers. Nah, Dorian, you again, you're trying to speak. You're trying to speak holistically for the chat, and it doesn't relate to the chat. Like a lot of people here that are pushing back on us. Push back on us on Concord. Facts. You may not have.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah, exactly. You may not have, but they did. Like, facts. So, you got to stop it. The Pro is just a money grab, smoke and mirrors. They could have added this tech to the base PlayStation 5. I don't know. They could have, King Deuce. I think if they would have waited 2 more years. But it's like, they feel like they have no competition. I think they looked at Xbox. They said, these dummies, they're gonna fall flat on their face.
$600 for a discless Series X.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, these fucking dummies, they're gonna fall on their face. And you know what I mean? He said, Blue Fire Demon's a damn Xbox. He said earlier in the chat that this price point makes the Series S look better. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but
fuck Xbox.
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with Xbox, bro. Fuck Xbox. No UHD, Blu-ray, no sale. Let the scalpers buy them. He says, I'd rather buy a Steam Deck or Switch than a Series. He says, I remember everything before these consoles. We now the PlayStation 5, and I won't play all the games, and the PlayStation 5 runs everything. He says the PlayStation 4 Pro, says David, the same thing. No, the Pro at times had 60 frames per second, but it wasn't a consistent thing. They can't mandate that. That makes no sense from a logical standpoint. 700 is fine. It's not for no. I don't think so. Corey, I completely disagree. Here again, to put this in numerical form for you, they are targeting 20% of their demographic with this console. Like they reckon, they said, look, we need about 20% of our if 20% of our demographic upgrades, then we're good. We're good with this. If 20% upgrades or a numerical number of people come over to PlayStation and buy this thing that represents 20% of our, okay. And how many, there's 61. So let's do the math. There's about 61 million PlayStation 5s out there, right? So let's do the math. So they're looking to have about 12 million people based off the current demographic adopt this thing, right? They're looking to keep this thing around, 12 million people. If 12 million people buy a PlayStation 5 Pro and it gradually grows to stay within the 20 percentile of the PlayStation 5 user base, then this thing would be successful. Maybe even 15%. I would say 15 to 20%. But I would say a guaranteed success rate for them would be 20%. The low bar, I think, would be 15%, right? Okay, so you need 15 to 20% of that user base. That's, okay, let me do the math again. I'm going to say anywhere between 8 to 12 million. The fuck? Hold on, give me a second. 1 times 0.5. Okay, 9. Anywhere between 9 to 12 million is what they need. Okay? What I'm saying to you guys is based off of what we saw because of the price and the lack of details that we saw. I would be shocked if they even sell 1 million. Or 2. I'll give them 1 million. I'll be shocked if they sell 2. If this is all the bare bones information. We need information. For them to reach that 9 to 12 million, I'm not saying that 9 to 12 million has to be at launch. I would say within the 6 to 12 month period, they would need to see 9 to 12 million people buying this thing. Meaning at launch, maybe they sell about 1 million or 2, right? About 2 million, during the holiday season. From November to January, they need to sell about 2 million. Okay. I don't think they sell that. At launch, I don't know if this thing sells 1 million. If they don't provide more details, I would say the number one game that could help sell units is if fucking Dragon's Dogma is 4K 60 and then you blast that. He got
Durega, that's a lie.
What do you say?
The Pro at launch was 400. Stop that. Don't you lie now.
He says 700 is great. People paid scalpers more for the. Yeah, that's the problem. That's not going to work. that's not going to work because the PlayStation 5 demand is a billion times higher than what the Pro's demand is going to be, even at $600. You know what I'm saying? So no, comparing what people were willing to pay for the PlayStation 5 isn't going to doesn't justify what people were going to pay for the PlayStation 5 while there was a shortage is not justifying what people will pay for the PlayStation 5 Pro when there aren't shortages of PlayStation 5s. Like if somebody, here's what's going to happen. At that price point, someone is going to say, I don't have a PlayStation, so I'm just going to get a PlayStation 5. Or if they have a PlayStation 5, they're going to say, I'm going to keep my PlayStation 5. And they're not going to get the Pro. So that's different.
Doriega got scammed with his Pro then. Congratulations.
I want all these dudes to not buy the PlayStation 5 Pro day one so I can get one, then the rest of y'all can get one. The stain comes with a monthly subscription. This is, it would have cost $900 in 2020. Scalpers had them PlayStation 5s and Series X's. Yeah, you keep talking about scalpers. That doesn't relate to this. The PlayStation 5 was a whole much higher demand than what this Pro is going to be. Now that there's no supply restraints, now there's no pandemic. You're talking about a variety of different elements that are not at play right now. There was a pandemic then. People were stuck in the house. People wanted PlayStations. Really, that's the only reason why the Xbox Series S sold. That's the only reason why they won NPDs here and there, was because there was a supply restraint of PlayStation 5s. That's the only reason why. So you're talking about an anomaly of a period that don't relate to now. Things have stabilized. People,
All right, there's no demand for anything fucking expensive. That's the point.
Yeah, I need y'all to be mad about the price and not buy a. Oh, he keeps saying this. He says, I can't afford a PlayStation 5 Pro. I'm going to buy a $3,000 gaming PC to get 4K 60. DBXZT, you don't need a $3,000 PC to get 4K 60 with DSS. You don't need that. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say, here's the problem with that argument too. Here's the problem with that argument. I think it's safe to say that PlayStation first and second party games will be 4K 60 up-res with this PSSR technology. I think that's safe to say. But if you're a console gamer who wants the biggest and brightest, are your third-party games going to be 4K 60? And if not, how many of them will be? That's the concern. The concern is, how effective is this PSSR outside of the people that you're whipping in the back to guarantee they get 4K 60? Like, how easy is it to use this PSSR to program your games? Because let's be honest here, it's not like PlayStation has first and second party exclusives that come out every week. Most of the games that people are going to be playing are the third party games. So if I'm going to spend $700 for only 10% of my games, is it going to be worth it? That's looking at this logically and from 5,000 feet. And Hood Rich 902, you're falling into the same fallacy that I talked about at the beginning of this. Your buying habits don't represent the target demo. For the target, you and me are in the same spot. I didn't buy a PlayStation for my third-party games. I'm going to play my third-party games on GeForce Now, where I'm guaranteed a 4K 60 on all of them for the most part. But if I'm looking outside at people outside of my target demo, which there's a lot more people that this thing is trying to target that are not like me, they buy their PlayStation for third-party games. And if they buy their PlayStation for third-party games and they want more consistent 4K 60, do they feel like it's going to be worth it to just be guaranteed more consistent 4K 60 on primarily your PlayStation games? They may say no. I might as well just keep my PlayStation 5. And nobody's. Go ahead.
Wait, Most. Are we talking about 4K 60 native here or upscale?
No, upscale. Upscale. We're not talking about native. No.
Okay. Because if y'all think this motherfucker gonna do that native, forget it.
And Corey, you're making. Oh my gosh. You ready to play? Let's get ready to play some Space Marines. I'm at a loss here. You guys are using the same arguments that I use as an Xbox to defend the Xbox One X. Cell phones and game consoles are not the same. What are we doing here? That's the same. Corey Massey, you took that out of my playbook when I was battling Porter Rock. I owe that motherfucker $50 for that because of that shit. I said people upgrade to their iPhones and all. He said that ain't got nothing to do with gaming. I said, the fuck are you talking about? He said, man, you better give me my $50 now. I said, Porter Rock, yo, what the fuck you talking about? Now I owe this motherfucker $50. Huh? They got nothing to do with cell phones where you got payment plans and the cell phone gets broken up into your payment plan. Man, what are you doing? Oh, all right, man. Let's look. I'm gonna start up. I'm tired. I'm tired, man. Holy shit. Well, I'll say this. I don't know how many of you are out there, but the ones that are loyal to Sony, y'all are loyal. They got y'all, that's for sure. They got y'all no matter what. Mark Cerny, like I said, Mark Cerny, look, we're making a PlayStation 5 Pro, Poo-Poo Pro. I literally shitted on this number 2 pencil, and I pulled some HDMI ports out of the back of a PlayStation 4. I put them in here, and we're gonna sell this for $900. Look how Ratchet, I'm going to pretend that I'm playing Ratchet and Clank here. Look at my pretend thoughts of Ratchet and Clank. Look at how it plays. You're just sitting there looking at him, just squinting his eyes and shit. The price is $900. And y'all motherfuckers will be out there day one. Y'all will buy it. Y'all will buy it. They got y'all. That's good.
What is going to be the standard scalping price for this console?
You said the standard what?
The standard scalping price.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, they might try to. I mean, if I'm a scalper, I wouldn't. I would wait. I would wait. I don't want to be in the laws. I would wait. Nah, I would wait.
At 700, bro, you have a very big financial risk, bro.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I would wait. Yeah, you a scalper and you buy a whole bunch of these. Yeah, you gonna be sitting on an L, bro. You gonna be sitting on an L. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. Yeah, I wouldn't buy it.
They better start scalping them goddamn disk drives right now.
Yeah, now that's what should be scalped. Yeah, exactly. He's stupid. Goddamn, $80 for a disk drive, bro? That's what made me change my mind. I thought the disk drive was 50 USD. $80? Oh, they tripping, bro. Yeah, that just left a funny feeling in my stomach.
Well, for me, it's even worse, bro. Like I said, 120 euros, bro. They are absolutely fucking with me, bro. When they think I'm gonna get a PS5 Pro day one with 120 euro disk drive.
Corey, so we're not gonna just speak, or I'll put it like this. I don't want to sound facetious. I'm not speaking in just layman's terms. You're speaking in layman's terms when you say something like you just said. The target demographic is console enthusiasts, not the everyday gamer. The target PlayStation 5 base is for the mass market machine. I know that. I've already illustrated that 1,000 times over. I put a numeric figure to it because we're analyzing. So let's get specific. I put a numeric figure to it. I'm basing that numeric figure off of what their targets were for the PlayStation 4 Pro. 15 to 20%. They're expecting 15 to 20% of their current user base that is real big on performance to upgrade to this, or to have a numerical figure of spillage from PlayStation people, PC, whatever, to come over to this. So what I'm saying is within a 6 to 12 month span, they're looking to sell 12 million of these, maybe 2 to 3 million within the holiday season. I'm now putting a numerical figure to this. I'm not just speaking in layman's terms. I'm being specific. What I'm saying to you is that you guys, out of that 9 to 12 million that they're trying to target, only 2 million of you total, maybe 500,000 of you at launch, are going to buy this thing. Those are well below the target demo. That's what I'm saying. At $700, based off of, I'm not saying it's not worth $700. I wouldn't have picked that price. I'm not saying, but they haven't shown us where this thing is worth. That's what I'm trying to say. They haven't shown holistically for that target demo, that 9 to 12 million people that they're looking to have upgrade. They haven't shown them where this is worth $700. That's basically what I'm saying. $14 million did it for the last gen. You see, you prove my point, Doriega. I said within a 6 to 12 month period, they need 9 to 12. You're telling me when did the PlayStation 4 Pro come out? Was it 2016? When did PS4 Pro launch? Or was it 2017? 2016. The gen wasn't over until, okay, so 3 to 4 years. In 3 to 4 years, they only got 14 million. That wasn't a huge success for the PlayStation 4 Pro. I am telling you again, they need more than that. And they need just about the lifetime sales of the Pro. I would imagine they want those within 12 months. And I'm saying they're not going to get that off of $700. It won't. Not off of what we saw. They have to show more. He says that MM2K, the staple of PC gaming, DLSS it is largely supported across most PC games. What makes you think that devs won't support? Oh, bruh. Because we don't know what it takes to develop the PSSR. We don't know that. And here's the thing, the difference between the PlayStation 5 and the DLSS is DLSS extends the life of older hardware, right? So if you got older, less capable hardware, it extends that life to where it increases significantly, because you have on PC, you have more people that have less capable hardware, right? Right. So because you have more people that have less capable hardware, you want to be able to sell to those more people, right, Corey? So let me go through this again. PC is different. You have more people with less capable hardware. And where that DLSS can make that less capable hardware able to play your new game. Pisser is only available on the least desired hardware. It's not the same thing. Pisser is not on the PlayStation 5 base. If we were talking about Pisser being on the PlayStation 5 base, they would be equivalent. Pisser is only supported on the PlayStation 5 Pro. So just like the PlayStation 4 Pro, all right, we already got a precedent here. We already have history here. Just like that technology is only on, there was only game boost for the PlayStation 4 Pro and whatever technology was on, it's only going to be on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Developers are going to look at that and say, so the fuck what? Most of my sales are with the base PlayStation 4. So unless PlayStation can do better than the 14 million lifetime sales of the 4 Pro and incentivize developers to program for it, they're not going to do it. They're going to pass it up. It is not the same as DLSS, where DLSS improves the majority of hardware out there, which means we have a bigger footprint, which means we get more sales. If the PlayStation 5 Pro is not reaching its benchmark in sales, developers will not support it. That is unlike DLSS, which brings in more older hardware into the foray that is able to play newer games. It's totally different, brother. I'm going to say this one more time. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. I just went over the strategy with you. That target demo is around 15 to 20%. That is similar to what happened with the Pro, the 4 Pro. They need more, and the 4 Pro did not live up to those standards. You saw the lifetime sales from Noriega, 14 million lifetime sales. They need 90% of that within the first year. We're just talking in raw numbers. So, if that's what they need, I am telling you that based off of the demographic and their habits and their psychology, this is what I do for a living. I pay attention to what people, what markets and demographics do, and then we make business plans based off of that. I am telling you, of someone that does this for a Fortune 500 company, I am letting you know that of what I know of that target demo, that 9 to 12 million that they need within the first 12 months, they're going to look at that and they're going to say, I didn't see anything today that justified $700. I don't think I'm going to get that. Not yet. They got to show me more. And if they don't show us significantly more, like all they got to do is do something like, because that 9 to 12 million is in the know. All they got to do is do something like, give us specific on Dragon's Dogma. The Pisser is going to have Dragon's Dogma running at 4K 60. Oh, that's all you got. That's good enough. Because then that'll tell people, holy shit, this is a CPU intensive game, like how Grand Theft Auto was going to be. If they got that motherfucker to run 4K 60, oh, this Pisser must be the shit. Yeah, I'm going to buy my PlayStation 5 Pro. And then what'll happen is, as people react to that, then developers will see, oh, holy shit, this thing is flying off the shelves. Yes, let's support this. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm getting ready for Space Marines. Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to. Why is it all of a sudden now?
Yeah, you gotta get through the damn tutorial first before we can even play together.
All right. Okay, there we go. Had to restart. Of course now. All right. Let's do this. Let's switch our scene collection. We're going to switch our scene collection.
Okay, Driega, we'll see about that.
He said it'll sound like the portal. All right, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna argue with you guys. I like Cold Bloods. I mean, this was entertaining. Y'all drained the fuck out of me. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all drained the shit out of me. Y'all are some draining motherfuckers, man. Shit. God damn. And it's like, I'm astounded because y'all did this. Do y'all realize y'all did the same thing for Concord? Y'all did the same thing for Concord. Y'all were not looking at the big picture. You were just putting your own emotions in there. Y'all did the same thing with Concord, and y'all were totally wrong because y'all were not listening. Y'all were not looking at the demo. Oh, we can't wait to see your response when this thing does well. And some of y'all even told me directly, you cannot see the success. It's just going to be slow. The slow success of Concord. I cannot watch you anymore. Man, y'all motherfuckers, man. I love y'all like kids I ain't pay child support for, but golly. Woo! Hi, Jiminy Christmas. Oh my God. All right. Here we go. Porter Rocks did it. He says, now Sony has to do some type of comparison reveal, either it be an uploaded video, state of play, or something. Personally, I would prefer just an uploaded video rendered in 4K. Yeah, they got to do something. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. You got to show something, man.
And even Jay Barr says 700 is a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, he a goddamn fanboy, but he at least has his brain still on him.
It. My homie OBJ said, didn't that motherfucker, he said, did that motherfucker say $700? I was wrong as a motherfucker. Because he said, you know, and he might still get stuff. But again, people are getting whiplash to that price, bro. There's a reason. Motherfuckers are getting whiplash to that. Shout out to OBJ. You know, and OBJ be out here defending a lot of things that we say, you know what? Oh, man. And he's getting it day one, but he got whiplash, and he said he's getting it for first party games. That's not everybody. That's not the entire target demo. People are getting whiplash from that shit, bro. Y'all. All right. We're going to end this poll. Well, I guess y'all send an SOS out. MM2K said we're not the target. Let's show him. Let's show him. Show that motherfucker.
I told you they're gonna vote yes.
We're gonna show this motherfucker. Yeah, they went, oh man. Y'all went all out to prove that y'all gonna buy it. Yeah, y'all gonna buy it. I know that. I may buy it. What the fuck is this?
No, I mean, I would only buy that motherfucker if GameStop has some fucking magical fucking trade-in for this shit. And I don't have many GameStops left here in Germany. They are almost all closed.
There's a report out here, PlayStation State of Play September 2024 won't feature first-party games report. I mean, I don't think that's the best, but I mean, if we see some cool exclusives that, again, make this PlayStation 5 Pro look excellent, then okay. That's if this thing even exists.
Okay, Corey, I hope you don't get one and come back here and tell us.
Like I said, I want few people to buy it as possible. He says, and again, I'm not saying the cost is. I'm not saying, I never said everyone, Corey. I gave you a specific number. I said 15 to 20%. So we're not talking about everyone. I wish I would stop saying everyone. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm being specific here. I know you're not talking about everyone. We're trying to debate if this is going to reach its target demo. And I'm saying no. And I'm saying that its target demo is 15 to 20%. And I'm giving you an educated guess on how many people, based off of what we know today, how many people could get it. I'm saying 5% would get it, where their target demo is 15 to 20%. So they're falling anywhere between 10 to 15% off of their target demo. Or no. I'm not even looking. No, they're not falling 10 to 5% off. They're here, let me do the math real quick. If only 10% of the target gets it, or if 5% gets it and it needs to be 15, let's just do that math. So anywhere upwards of 67% or more of their target demo is going to say no to this thing based off of what we saw today along with the price. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about everybody. I think we can all agree that this thing is not for the majority of gamers. I'm putting a specific number to it. 80% of gamers out there, this thing is not for them. They'll never buy this. I think we can agree to that. They have built.
Well, Moss, let them prove us wrong by
right.
Completely selling out everywhere for a year straight.
Yeah.
You can get that motherfucker nowhere.
Yeah.
Let them prove us right. I mean,
right.
you voted yes more than no, so
yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying that motherfucker needs a price cut as soon as possible.
Well, they're stuck with that. Yeah, we saw what they did in Japan. Nah, they ain't cutting that price.
Or PlayStation Direct is gonna give you like 400 for your console.
Yeah. If they do something like that,
maybe. Then even I would think about it.
Yeah. They do something like that, I'm for it. I'm for it if they do something like that. All right, so here, let me do this because we are moving over to Space Marine 2. Put this in the chat. Our Space Marine Green. Stream. Yeah, we're heading over to Space Marine in a little bit. Bear with me. Hold on one second. Let me go grab some water. Be right back.
Oh shit! I also have to prepare mine, right?
Water. Now, Corey, that's a good question. Then we'll move over. He says 12 million units is a feasible number. How are you determining the 5% only interested? That I'm coming up with the 5% guesstimate because I'm looking at what we saw today, which I said the upgrades look okay. I'm looking at what we read today from someone else. I didn't even know this motherfucker existed until today, from CNET, which is part of the target demo that they represent and report to the target demo that the PlayStation 5 Pro is for. And they even used the word subtle to describe some of these upgrades. Like on numbers, they may sound fantastic, but the eye test is like, I didn't really see anything great. The games that they're talking about being enhanced, that are being showcased, it's like they were outside of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. They were fine before. Like, why would I really pay? Like, and then I'm contrasting that, Corey, to the target demo from last gen, who would have looked at the PlayStation 4 Pro, and even though that wasn't expensive, they again looked at the upgrades and said, And how much was that Cold Blood, the PlayStation 4 Pro? Was that
400?
500?
400.
Folks, so at $400, people looked at a nominal or subtle upgrades. Now, I'm not going to say that the PlayStation 4 Pro upgrades are the equivalent of what you get with the PlayStation 5, but from what we saw, the PlayStation 5 didn't look like it was providing anything super significant. So at $400, you're telling me that people looked at that and said, that's not worth it, but they're going to look at this and say, oh, this is worth it. At $700, that's where I'm coming up with the 5%. Because 5 to 10% of the PlayStation, instead of it being 15 to 20, it was actually like 5 to 10% of the target demo for the PlayStation 4 Pro actually got the Pro. And I think this is going to be even worse. I think it's going to be worse. So, all right, y'all, look, click on that link. We're moving over. I got to momentarily stop this stream, so it's only going to take like 15 seconds. I'm going to be playing this on NVIDIA GeForce Now. We'll be playing some Space Marine too. So join us there, all right? We appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. Till next time, or till a few seconds. Have a wonderful gaming day. Click on the link, or just, if this is what you do, the thing should automatically bring you to the stream. If it doesn't do that, then click on the link that I just put there. I'm going to pin it. Did I pin this? No. Okay, now I'm pinning it. So if it doesn't automatically take you over there, go over there. All right, y'all. Peace.